Hey friends, I'm just fixing to go to work, so it might be a little noisy out here. But anyway, yesterday I made a video and it had a picture of this guy, El Squatcho. And so I told people, hey, don't be pulling out the crybaby race card. Well, a Hispanic feller made a comment on there. He said, man, don't be worrying about Hispanic people being offended. In so many words, he said, look, at them Karens you got to worry about. And I said, I wasn't worried about Hispanic folks being offended by this shirt because Hispanic folks have a wonderful sense of humor. Just like a lot of the country folks like me have a good sense of humor, black folks have a good sense of humor. People of all walks of life have a good sense of humor, except the woke-tard Kevins and Karens out there, and what I refer to as the pacifier culture, more commonly known as council culture, who in the last few years have just gone after everything. It's like they have a 1-800 number. Excuse me, I forgot to put it on my calendar, but what am I supposed to be offended by today? You know, that stupid bitch baby mentality. Well, anyway, there's a comedian from California, a Mexican feller, Gabriel Iglesias, more commonly known as Fluffy. And Fluffy likes to eat. He says he likes to eat, and it shows. And anyway, whenever he does his stand-up shows all over the world, after checking in the motel, he likes to check out the local cuisine. And he was in El Paso a number of years ago, and he mentioned a place called Chico's Tacos, very popular in that area. And I got to thinking about this. Well over 50 years ago, there used to be a mascot for the Fritos corn chips. He was called the Frito Bandito. People loved it. Hispanic people loved it. And of course, even back then, they had their crybaby Karens and Kevins looking to be offended on somebody else's behalf. And so the Frito Bandito went by the wayside. But you can still watch the commercials on YouTube today. And the pacifier culture, they think they're the heroes. They're not. They're the idiots. They're the morons of society. Hispanic folks, they love the Frito Bandito. They love Speedy Gonzalez. They love Slowpoke Rodriguez. They love that. And for the woke tards to say it's offensive only to morons who bought into all that Marxist bullshit when they was in school and college. And so these shirts, I've been finding them on Amazon, and my niece, who's a Hispanic gal, she sent me my very first El Squatcho shirt. I'm not worried about Mexican people, Hispanic people, Cuban people, Puerto Rican people, people from south of the border, Hispanic people of every variety. I'm not worried about them being offended. The crybabies out there, the Karens and the Kevins, want to spoil everybody's fun on any level. And so anyway, I got to thinking about, Mr. Iglesias, Fluffy. He does a lot of voiceovers. He does a lot of different kind of voices, and everybody of every variety, every flavor, Hispanic folks, white folks, black folks, Asians, we all think Mr. Iglesias is absolutely hilarious, except the Karens and the Kevins of the world, and the crybaby culture. So I got to thinking, I have a number of El Squatcho shirts. I just ordered some more this morning and yesterday. And he has, there's a depiction of El Squatcho, and they call him the Burrito Bandito. Absolutely hilarious. And I got to thinking about days gone by how the Frito Bandito was canceled. So I was thinking, it'd be really cool if Mr. Iglesias had his people get in contact with Chiquito's Tacos and start doing voiceover commercials. Have a CGI generated image of El Squatcho and call him the Chiquito's Taco Bandito. Do the same kind of song as the Frito Bandito, but instead of talking about Fritos, he's talking about Chiquito's Tacos, like ay 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 ay, I'm the Chiquito Taco Bandito. I love Chico's tacos, I love them, I do. If I see you with one, I'll snatch it from you. And I can guarantee you the Hispanic people out there will laugh themselves silly. People look like me will laugh ourselves silly. unless you're a Karen or a Kevin. Everybody of every flavor will laugh themselves silly if Mr. Iglesias can do a voiceover of El Squatcho as the Chiquito Bandito. Anyway, I wanted to put this out there. Like I say, I'm not worried about Hispanic people being offended by El Squatcho, because Hispanic people, just like good old country white folks, black folks, people of every flavor out there have a wonderful sense of humor, except the woke-tard, pacifier culture, Kevins and Karens out there. They have no sense of humor at all, and they are the ones looking for any excuse to be offended about anything. Pick a topic. Not Hispanic people. And I would like to encourage all Hispanic people who see this video, go to Amazon or wherever you can find it, start buying you these El Squatcho T-shirts. They got all kinds of different El Squatcho T-shirts. They have one, the Burrito Bandito. It's time to say, you know what? We're going to wear these, and if you Kevins and Karens out there are offended, then we did our good deed for the day. It's time to drive it up their ass for them. Say, quit spoiling everybody else's fun just because you need an excuse to be offended about something, because that's the only thing you really learned in college from your Marxist professor and your Marxist teacher, kindergarten through 12. How can you be offended today? El Squatcho. I've got a few and I'm getting more. Get yourself an El Squatcho t-shirt today. Thank you.